So here's the question, folks. What are some of the lifestyle factors that are contributing to an increase in diabetes in our men? Well, joining us this morning is American Board Certified Aesthetic Medical Physician. Why she big? Dr. Kimberley Johnson. Bossy. Morning, how are you, Doc?
I'm great. Good to see you again.
Great to see you. Lifestyle means the way we live, what we eat, and stuff like that.
Yes.
Well, first tell me about diabetes. What is diabetes? What do you mean?
Well, diabetes is your body's inability to metabolize or break down sugars in its simplest form. There are two types. Type 1, where you're deficient in insulin. That's the hormone that breaks down the sugar. Or type 2 is the one that you can get over time, and that's more so the lifestyle one. So type 1, most times you're born with it. Type 2, you can develop that one. And that's mainly the one we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah.
Because as I said, it's a lifestyle disease. And so most times you develop that later on in life based on how you're living life. It can be influenced by genetics. However, genetics doesn't control what you end up with.
Yeah, but you say you can also be born with diabetes.
Yes.
Is that most people are born with diabetes?
Not most people.
Not most.
So, yeah. So even today, because I was talking about me coming on here, and somebody reached out to me on Instagram and said, hey, I found out later on in life that I had type 1 diabetes. That's the one you were born with.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh my God, she was so rough because she was going through these challenges and didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
So she was born with it.
Like high blood pressure and stuff like that you can have and don't know.
Right.
Diabetes is something like that
It's
you
something
can be
have
walking
and
about and you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So your body couldn't tell you that something is not right?
Yeah, man, your body can show you that something isn't right, but it's for you to understand what it is. And some of us just don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
How prevalent is it, by the way?
How prevalent?
In Jamaica.
All right. So in the world, 1 in 10 people have diabetes.
In the world?
Right.
Wow.
But in Jamaica, up to 2017, 1 in 8 people in Jamaica have diabetes, and the prevalence was increasing. At that time, the prevalence was 14.6% in women and 9% in men, which isn't a typical thing in the world because men are more likely to have type 2 diabetes than women. However, in Jamaica, we saw that more women had it. And I would account that to women have better health-seeking behaviors than men.
Okay.
Women are more likely to go to the doctor and say, wait, what are these things I'm experiencing?
Which is true. All right, we have some highlights here and you could explain them. So one of the lifestyle problems, for want of a better word, would be burning the midnight oil, which means we just stay up late.
Yes. And especially now we have so many things to do. We have the Netflix and we're binging and watching all these series at night. We're staying up a lot later and so we have less sleep. And the studies show that if you're sleeping for less than 8 hours, it's more likely that you'll end up with diabetes. Why is that? Your less sleep means you're increasing in that hormone called cortisol. And that's a stress hormone. And that stress hormone can cause insulin resistance, that same hormone I spoke about.
Yeah.
That will cause a difficulty in breaking down that sugar, and that will lead to diabetes.
So the solution is
You need to get more sleep. And it's not just more sleep, saying, oh, I slept for 4 hours today, I'll sleep for 5 tomorrow. Get at least 8 or 7 or more hours of sleep.
Every night.
And that same stress hormone, stress is not just, oh, I'm stressed. Your body reads stress as lack of sleep, as I said, not eating enough.
That's the next one we're going to. Eating too little. Too little.
So hunger is a stress signal to the body, and then that stress hormone cortisol goes up again, and then you end up with insulin resistance. And eating too little of the good things. So we're eating a lot of the processed foods, which is inflammatory, increasing inflammation in the gut. And so there's a lot of inflammation in the gut, and that is also linked to increase in insulin resistance and diabetes.
Okay. Binge watching. You don't sit down and watch TV.
Sit down and watch TV, and that's linked to the sedentary lifestyle.
Yeah, but how that hurt you? Let me just sit down.
Because we're not active. So we need to get up, we need to go outside.
Okay.
And that is also linked to the sun. We need sunlight, vitamin D.
Next one, missing out on vitamin D.
Vitamin D. There are studies that show that vitamin D is also linked to decreased levels of vitamin D is linked to increased insulin sensitive resistance.
Does it matter whether we take vitamin D tablets or we go to the sun, or it don't matter?
Because people believe that, I walk up and down in the sun, so I get enough vitamin D. No, you still need to take things that are high in vitamin D, like mackerel, salmon, sardines, or take the supplements if you don't want to eat that thing. Because 4 out of 10 people are deficient in vitamin D.
All right. Stressing out.
Right, so cortisol, you're stressed, somebody's stressing you out, or you're not, as I said, not getting enough sleep, things are bothering you, cortisol levels go up, increase insulin resistance, you're not breaking down that sugar. So you're not eating well, you're stressed, you're not sleeping, you're deficient in vitamin D. All of these things are leading to a difficulty in insulin doing its job, and you end up with diabetes. Coupled with, this sedentary lifestyle. Coming out of the pandemic, a lot of people are working from home, or we're just getting into this mindset of we're doing all the things. We're sitting at home watching TV now, doing everything remote. And then the increasing entertainment, we're going out a lot more, we're drinking a lot more alcohol, inflammation. We're smoking a lot more, e-cigarettes, vaping. All of these things are contributing to inflammation and diabetes.
I've already asked that you could have it and not know. So there's nothing that will happen to my body. There's nothing I would feel and say,
man.
Something all right or so.
So here are some of the things we can look out for in terms of knowing that you have diabetes. 1, you're getting extremely thirsty. Even if when the time is not hot and, okay, I'm not drinking. You're very thirsty, you're getting very hungry very easily, you're losing a lot of weight, and you're not trying to lose weight. You're urinating a lot. It's called polyuria, right? So polyuria, getting very thirsty, getting very hungry, losing a lot of weight. You're getting very tired. So a patient came to me and he was saying, Doc, it's like I have no energy, I can't make it through the day. When you check the sugars, he was high, and we started controlling the sugars, certain supplements, medications, more energy, doing a lot better. Fantastic. Right? So your inability to convert that sugar to energy. So that's what you're experiencing. Some of the simple things.
Great to see you.
Good to be back.
Thanks for coming in.
All right.
American board certified aesthetic medical physician. You should laugh because she knows bossy. But it's Dr. Kimberley Johnston. Great to have her with us. We're going to take a break. Much more when we come back. Stay with us, please.